Friends, I, Digvijay Charan, welcome all of you in the third video of astrology. Friends, I have giving the basics of the terminology so that when I arrive at interpreting the horoscope, you may be able to understand and appreciate what I am saying. So before I go to horoscope interpretation, I must explain you the basics. In the first video, I have explained about houses and what the houses mean, what is significance of the houses. In the second video, I have explained about Rashi, I have explained about planets. Now in this video, I have talked about friendship table. You see your horoscope in the first house which digit is written. As I have told in the second video that every digit represents a planet. I repeat, 1 represents Mars, 2 Venus, 3 Mercury, 4 Moon, 5 Sun, 6 Mercury, 7 Venus, 8 Mars, 9 Jupiter, 10 Saturn, 11 Saturn, 12 Jupiter. So in your first house there can be a digit, any digit between 1 to 12. So that planet which is represented in your first house by the digit is your Lord in this world. That planet is your guardian in this world. That planet will always protect you. That planet will always help you. So you see the first house, if written 5, it means your ascendant Lord is Sun. First house is called ascendant in English and Lagan in Hindi. So ascendant Lord is Sun. It means fifth house, in the first house what is written is 5. If Sun is your ruling planet as per first house, then this is your friendship table. As I had told in the beginning, planets are the energy systems made by nature. Some planets are friend of some other planet, enemy of some other planet, or neutral. Nobody in this nature has got all 9 planets which is friend for him. Even when God came in human form, in the boundary of nature, all 9 planets were not supportive to him. So for anybody, some planets are friend, some planets are enemy, and some planets are neutral. Now, in the first house written 5 means Sun. Now for Sun, Moon, Mars and Jupiter are friends. Please see the terminology I given in the bottom. So for Sun, Moon, Mars and Jupiter are friend. Enemy is Venus, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu. For Mercury, Sun is neutral. Same way, in the first house written 4 means you are ruled by Moon. For Moon, Sun and Mercury are friend. Moon treats Rahu and Ketu enemy. For Moon, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter are neutral. If in your first house written 1 or 8, it means you are ruled by Mars. So for Mars, Sun, Moon and Jupiter are friends. Mercury and Rahu are enemy. Venus, Saturn and Ketu are neutral for Mars. Mercury. If in your first house of the horoscope written 3 or 6, then you are ruled by Mercury. For Mercury, Sun, Venus and Rahu are friend. Moon is the enemy. But then Mercury is neutral for Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Ketu. Similarly, if in the first house what is written in 9 or 12, it means you are ruled by Jupiter. For Jupiter, Sun, Moon and Mars are friend. Jupiter treats Mercury and Venus as enemy. For Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu are neutral. In the first house, if written 2 or 7, then you are ruled by Venus. Venus treats Saturn, Rahu and Mercury as friend. Venus treats Mars, Jupiter and Ketu neutral, but Sun and Moon as enemy. In the first house, if written 10 or 11, it means you are ruled by Saturn. Saturn treats Venus, Rahu and Mercury as friend. Saturn treats Jupiter and Ketu neutral. Saturn treats Sun, Moon and Mars enemy. Now coming to Rahu and Ketu. I had told in the first and second video that Rahu and Ketu do not have lordship of any Rashi. Rahu and Ketu are not represented by any digit, but they are placed somewhere in your horoscope. You can check your horoscope. Rahu and Ketu are always opposite to each other. If Rahu is in the first house, Ketu will be in the seventh house. Always opposite to each other. Rahu and Ketu among themselves are enemy. If Rahu supports somebody, Ketu will oppose him. If Rahu opposes somebody, Ketu will support him. Now, if Rahu, where Rahu is placed in your horoscope, you can see. I will discuss all this when I come to the interpretation of horoscopes. Rahu treats Venus and Saturn as friend. Rahu treats Jupiter and Mercury neutral. Rahu treats Sun, Moon, Mars and Ketu as enemy. Ketu treats Mars and Venus friend. Ketu treats Jupiter and Mercury neutral. Ketu treats Sun, Moon, Saturn and Rahu enemy. So friend, this is a friendship table which indicates the relationship between planets. So far the effect is concerned. But this is a generic table. Please don't get alarmed by the enemy group. For every planet which is the first house, there are some enemies, as you can see here. No need to get alarmed, because sometimes enemy also give good result. I will explain you how. For example, when Sun is the ascendant lord, it means in the first house what is written is 5. Then Saturn is your enemy. But in that horoscope where Sun is the ascendant lord, if Saturn is placed in the house where written 10 or 11, it means Saturn is placed in its own Rashi. If Saturn is placed in your own Rashi where written 10 or 11, so Saturn becomes positive. Similarly, come to Mars. For Mars, Mercury and Rahu are enemy. Mercury is placed in own Rashi like Gemini or Virgo, where written 3 or 6, Mercury become positive. For Rahu and Ketu, I will talk separately. Now for Saturn, Sun, Moon and Mars are enemy. But in a horoscope where the first house indicates 10 or 11, it means Saturn is your ruling planet. For Saturn, Sun is the enemy. But in a horoscope, if Sun is placed in the house where written 5, it means Sun is in its own Rashi. So Sun will become positive. So enemies will give good result. Enemies of the ascendant lord give good result if they are placed in their own Rashi. For Rahu and Ketu give good result if Rahu is placed very 10, 2 or 3. Means in your horoscope is Rahu is placed in Taurus or Gemini Rashi. Means very 10, 2 or 3, Rahu becomes positive. If Ketu is placed very 10, 8 or 9, Ketu becomes positive. So Ketu in a Scorpio and Sagittarius Rashi become positive. So ultimately what matters is the placement of planets in your horoscope. I have just given a relationship table, it is generic. The result can be interpreted by analyzing the planets in your horoscope. So I think you will find it interesting, the friendship and enmity between planets, because their energy systems are either supportive or opponent to each other, or they may be neutral. In the next video, I will talk about debilitated or exalted planet, what it means. Some planet become exalted under some situation means their positivity improves a lot. If they become debilitated, it means their negativity improves. Their negativity increases. So the planet become more negative. So that I will talk in the next video when, for example, Sun. When Sun is exalted, when Sun is debilitated. So that is the next video I will release. So friends, please have patience and try to understand the basics. If you understand the basics, then you will enjoy interpretation of your horoscope, your own horoscope or others' horoscope. Because unless you don't know about the basic concept, you cannot interpret a horoscope. So if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.